I've got one person in here so far. Can I tell who it is? Say hello, whoever that person is, so I know who it is. Two people, first live stream. Have we got any more? Three. Hello, Harry. Australia. Liam. Nice to see you. So yeah, I just thought I'd do the first live stream. We haven't been able to do a live stream up until this point, to be quite honest with you. It's for some reason YouTube wouldn't allow us. I'm not sure whether it's a number of subscribers that you've got to reach or whether it's just some other anomaly, but now we've been able to live stream from my phone, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to give it a go. And if you guys have got any questions, fire away and we'll go from there. It's pretty damn hot here. I'm sat in the reception of BD Performance. I'm on my camera phone here, so you can see the office in the background and the rest of the reception. Not doing this in a particularly kind of scripted manner, really. Who owns BD Performance, Harry? I do. It's me, Darren. So we've got two locations, one here in North Wales, which is about 12,500 square foot with a 2,500 square foot mezzanine, and we've got South Wales, which is Aberdare, which is run by James Edmonds, and that one's about 3,000 square foot. I hope that answers the question for you. We've got 5 ramps here, and I believe James has got 3, although he is having a little bit of a reorganisation at the minute, so I'm not quite sure on where we're going to end up there. We have got some exciting news, so stay tuned for that one. But yeah, next question, if anyone's got one. Well, we've got one like, one thumbs up. Thanks, guys. So it's cool to see some Australian international viewers. 2 thumbs up, that's all good. 3. Cheers, guys. Yeah, so we've got a busy day in the workshop here today. We've just done a really low mileage RS for a lady who'd been to a local Ford dealership with an ABS issue, the common kind of stretch cable issue. They diagnosed it for free, but then decided they wanted to charge her nearly £200 for a diagnosis in full to make sure that they'd got the right diagnosis. I'm not sure quite how that works. How long have you been BD? We've been BD Performance for, well, we've been going since, for about 12 years. Essentially, we started off selling Fiestas and Focus STs and doing some initial repairs, and then after that the floodgate opened. If you see the videos that we've got already, there is an introduction video there online. It hasn't got that many views, to be honest. It's the thumbnails of me and Ben sat on the sofa and just having a chat about how we started and how it all began. So if you want to go and check that out, then feel free and you can see exactly how we started. Sorry about this, guys. I'm balancing the camera phone not on my leg, so yeah, not very professionally set up because I haven't got any mount for the phone to keep it in landscape at the minute. But yeah, that's the answer to that one. So yeah, in the workshop we've got this green RS. We diagnosed it fairly quickly and fitted a replacement ABS wire to the Smart 2 RS, and the fault's gone. It's driving much better. She's got a trip to do to Bristol, so hopefully she'll get there safe and sound now. Just goes to show that it's not always necessary to take it to a main dealer, and it's not always the case that they're going to have the knowledge to diagnose something just based off a code from IDS or any other diagnostic equipment. They weren't sure whether it was the ABS wire, and they quoted a further nearly £200 just to fully diagnose it. That would be on top of the £50 sensor and the repair itself. So she probably would have ended up paying hundreds of pounds for something that we charged just £120 for, including VAT. Well, just under £120 actually. At the same time, we helped her out with a bit of a key mark that was on the side of the car. We did that gratis just because she'd been messed about by the other dealer. So it was just something nice to do, really. So yeah, in the workshop alongside that, we've got a smoke test. We've just tuned a transit van, and yeah, a few other bits. What's the main cause of low compression? Okay, so there could be a number of different reasons for low compression, realistically. I'm really going to struggle with answering these questions without another phone. So yeah, there could be a number of different reasons on the HYDA for low compression. Could be anything from, you really need to do some more checks realistically, do a leak down test and come back to me and let me know what exactly you found and what symptoms or what led up to the cause for you to do a compression test. Obviously these engines are getting old anyway, so there's wear in them, but there could be another external reason. There could be something that's happened that's caused that low compression. Is there any other faults that are associated with it? I don't want to go into too much detail on this kind of video now about what I'd say would be the specifics for low compression, but if you want to send me a message on Facebook or whatever, send me some details pertaining to your particular issue, and we'll surely, help you out as much as we can. I don't want to bore people on this kind of video, but and I also don't want to give a misdiagnosis or anything like that. So if you can send us a PM, and we'll try and do our best to help you. And the other question was about suspension. It depends what you really want to achieve from it. Obviously, lowering springs are a great option. Then you've got the lower end of the scale, I suppose, or sorry, not the lower end of the scale, but the lower end of the budget, like Bilsteins and BCs. BCs are a great coilover. Bilsteins are a great suspension. They do several kits. Unfortunately, at the minute, they're quite behind with their production, so they've got a really long lead time. H&R springs, high back springs, if you just want it for lowering purposes, and that's it. If you're going on track, you really want to consider coilovers. The top of the tree is KWs. Thanks, Jordan. Just send me a PM, mate, and I'll try and help you as much as I can in terms of the compression issues. Yeah, I just don't want to bang on this thread about what it is and ask you questions backwards and forwards. It'd just be easier via PM if you send us a message on Facebook. So getting back to the suspension, definitely consider, if you're going on track and doing some hard driving, then KW is definitely the pinnacle. They do several different variants and several options that you can quite easily purchase from us or many others. I don't think we've got the KWs listed on our website, but we definitely can do them. So yeah, in the workshop, as I was saying, I'll get back to that in between answering any questions that you guys got. If you just joined us, then please fire me a question and I'll try and answer it live now on this Q&A. So yeah, in the workshop, we're just tuning a transit van, a tipper, and that's one of the Mark 7, I believe it is. So that goes to around about 180, 190 brake horsepower. The file was developed by a well-known guy in the scene, and a lot of the file providers now use that particular file just because it's such an awesome file. Produces some mega results, and we've tuned very many of the newer shape vans for people with this file, and they've been really happy. Alongside that, we've got Bish's dad's Jaguar in the workshop for a full service. Now, that for those of you who don't know who Bish is, he's the guy who's on the GCM channel, a friend of mine, and he owns the 720S and the Cupra that we reviewed the other day. So his dad's in for a service. We're just completing that now. We've done several other bits. We've also, if you watch out for a video that's dropping probably tonight or tomorrow, it's going to go in a bit more in depth into cracked liners, and we've had a car in just yesterday or the day before that came in for a block mod. It turned out to have a crack, but it's not the type of crack that you think it is, so watch out for that video. It'll drop either, as I say, tonight or tomorrow. Watch out for that video. It's some useful bits of information for those of you considering doing a block mod yourself. So yeah, watch out for that video online, guys. Any more questions? Otherwise, I'll probably dive out of this at just over 10 minutes, because I don't want to stay online if nobody's got any questions, and I don't want to bore you all with repeating what I've just said about what's going on in the workshop today. So yeah, if there's anybody got another question for me, then fire away. 8 people on live. It's not bad for a first go. If you've just joined us, Brilliant. Thanks, Sly Gamer. Glad you're happy. If you need anything, then just give us a shout. We're always happy to help. Yeah, happy to help with any information, any questions you've got, whether it's something about a product or an item that you bought from us, or whether it's about just a general question. We'll always help you out. We're not here to kind of to skirt over anything, so give it a go. My answer to the question about when you should get a block mod is it's an answer to answer a question with a question. Okay. So at 10 years or 110 or 120,000 miles as recommended by Ford, you've got to replace your timing belt anyway. The cost of that nowadays is around about £500 to £550. For an extra £200 or £150 with us, or £250 with a water pump, you could get a block mod done. Or with many of the other tuners, for an extra £300 or £400, you could get a block mod done for peace of mind. Would you rather do that and spend £700 to £1,000 with a water pump and have peace of mind? Do it whilst doing something that you need to do anyway, that Ford recommends doing? Or would you rather take the risk of having a cracked liner? Ask yourself that. I know what I'd rather do. I'd rather spend the £750, get the water pump done, the timing belt done, the auxiliary belts, all the gaskets and seals done, and I have peace of mind, that's for sure. Thanks for the comment, JM, about the purple car. Yeah, it is an awesome colour. Just a shame that the car's been a bit of a kind of like bittersweet relationship for me, in as much as the RS Mark II that we had previously was a great car, never let us down. Really missed that car. It was really popular, had a grey and purple wrap on it. If you haven't seen it, have a look at our socials, Facebook and Instagram, you'll find it on there somewhere. It was a fantastic car, we all loved it, and we really missed that car. It's just, this one's just been one of those cars. Sometimes you get a car that just you can't fall in love with, but you can't hate it either, and that's probably what that is, you know what I mean? But anyway, I'm going on. If there's any more questions that anyone would like me to answer, then I'd be happy to do that. Before I go back into the workshop, we've got 9 odd people viewing. If anyone else has got a question, don't be shy. We're going to be dropping videos, as many as possible now, just to keep you up to date with what's going on in the workshop and try and keep you entertained. If there's any content that you'd like to see in the future, then please drop us a comment in either here or any of the other comments on the videos, and we'll try and do as much as possible. Stage the Intercooler, what brand would you recommend? I see everyone likes AirTech. Yeah, AirTech are a good brand. There's plenty of others. There's AirTech, there's obviously the Dream Science ones that they do. There's Radtech, there is Spec-R, there's Pro Ally, and there's very many others out there. As long as you get a good, decent, tested brand, then I don't think that you're going to have any issues. If you're looking to achieve huge power, then you're obviously going to have to concentrate more on deciding which one's the best for that particular setup. But just remember that that when you've got a lower power car, going for a bigger intercooler isn't necessarily the answer. Okay, so reducing inlet temperatures is key to big power, but you need to keep that level with where you're trying to achieve. So don't try and, if you've got a plan to go big power in the future, I can see the point in over engineering. But if you've got no plans to go big power in the future, then I wouldn't necessarily always recommend going for the biggest and best that you can buy, because you're not achieving what you think you achieve. And that's the key, deciding where you want to go and taking, if you can, as much as possible, a straight line route to where you want to go to. That'll avoid you wasting money. Some people enjoy the experience of tuning a car and using this, that and the other, and then deciding on the route that they go, and I applaud that. But other people just want to go the most direct route, and the best way to do that is to choose a tuner or choose a software, see what they advise to run and go with that, rather than deviating and then coming back and realising that you could have spent half as much money to get where you end up. Some people, as I say, just enjoy the, I don't know, I suppose, thrill of the chase. But other people just want to get to the right point, and they take advice from here, there and everywhere, and sometimes it isn't always accurate. And I'm not taking anything away from anyone, but just do your research, decide who you're going to trust, and decide who you're going to run with and take their advice on board and try and stick with it. You know, and you'll achieve the result that you want in the end. Any other questions, guys? Because this has been nearly 15 minutes now, and I don't want to kind of leave it online for too long and bore you. If you've got any more questions, I'm happy to answer as many as I can in this short period and go from there. But I know many people will be in work when this is being streamed, and I can't help that. It's just difficult not to do it any other time than during the day. But if there's no further questions at sort of 16 minutes time, I'm going to draw that to a close, and thank you all for coming. Thanks, Sly, for the comments. Thanks for the questions, and hopefully we'll get this going another day, and we'll get a few more watches and a few more questions, and we'll be able to help a few people out. If you have got a specific question that's a bit more in depth, like the first question that I got about compression, then please feel free to mention it in the Q&A, but I'll try and answer them in PM instead. Thanks for the comment about the videos. We're really trying to help people out. We're not trying to take away from any other tuners or anything like that, or give away any trade secrets, because all this stuff you could find on the internet by Googling it. And if you were going to try the job yourself, you were going to try it, and then you've got the option, if it doesn't work out, to try one of the other tuners. And we aren't the only tuner that specialises in Focus STs. We aren't even the only tuner locally that specialises in STs. So you've got plenty of options, guys. This isn't a sales channel. This is an information channel. With that being said, if you haven't already, then please subscribe to the channel if you've enjoyed the content. Have a look at our previous videos. There's plenty of block mod videos up above, and if you've got another question outside this video, then please comment down below. Consider subscribing, as I said. Hit the bell icon, stay notified, and share on social media. Like our pages across social media. We really appreciate the feedback and the time that you take to watch these lengthy videos, and it makes it worthwhile. But for now, peace out.